What's up, everybody? Ave Satanas. So, this is like the fifth time I've tried taking this video, and I got to be real careful about what I say. I've realized this now. So, I am here to expose some real bullshit that's out there that I think you guys should actually understand and be aware of it. Because if you're like me and you buy a lot of books, I actually want a book that's tangible, that's actually worth the money that I'm spending on it, right? Um, so let me show you. I actually got this book, and for real, secondhand. It was cheap, and I bought it to do this video, basically. Okay, so if you are initiated into currents like the Golden Dawn, or like I am the Golden Dawn, Rosicrucianism. There's other ones, the Freemason, which I am not a Freemason. I am initiated into the Clipothic system, all right, through Kabbalah, which is a subgenre of Kabbalah. It's like, but just the clip off, you can study that for your whole life. The clip off and the tunnels is set, right? The draconian current. So let me show you what I am talking about right now. This book right here, The Golden Dawn Study Journal. This is the first neophyte grade. Now, there are actually, I believe, 10 other books just like this one that I'm about to show you here right now. And the nonsense that they put out. First of all, notice who wrote this book. There's not even an author in this book. It shows you the publishing company. They got to do that. But there is no author's name. There's a copyright, but I don't actually see an author's name. Okay, so that's a big red flag. So moving on, let me show you. So this is broken down into the first 14 pages where you're actually going to learn a little bit about Kabbalah, and I mean a little bit. There is even okay, and then hold on before we move on. Notice that there is a reflections journal, and then lecture self-test 1, 2, 3, 4, and then ritual test 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the neophyte journal, and then the final reflection journal. Okay, so that's how this is laid out. So let's go ahead and go to the first 15 pages. The first 15 pages, the very first page tells you that the Golden Dawn will confuse you with all the overwhelming amount of information that there is. But then it breaks it down. It says they learn 100 ways to be a white belt, but never advance in any system. They're talking about karate here. Like, if you learn karate, judo, aikido simultaneously, you'll never advance because you'll always be a white belt in all these systems. So they're already telling you, prepping you subconsciously for the nonsense or the bullshit. I'm going to stop saying that because this is going on YouTube. For what this book truly is. Okay? And then here's the rest of whoever didn't even want to put their name on this book because they know how much of a turd it is. Okay, section 1. So they actually go and tell you from page 3 to page 14, a little bit about Kabbalah. And I mean the most little bit, right? Actually goes to page 14. Like, all right, so they show you, okay, how to meditate, which is then there's a breathing exercise, how to do their rituals, and it's just telling you about what they're about to tell you here. Okay, so now we're getting into it. So they tell you about the four-fold breath. You breathe in for 4 seconds, you exhale for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you breathe it in for 4 seconds. So it's 4 sets of 4 count timing. Okay, 4-4, just like how music is set up. 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4 back to 1. Okay, so then they talk about The lesser ritual of the pentagram. The lesser ritual invoking. And then they talk about the banishing. This is basically the only thing that they really tell you about. And this is first day Golden Dawn stuff. And it just tells you the 5 different things to say at the 5 different points. So that's what this book covers. That's what this book covers. And then it goes into, if you already know astrology, what Aries, Taurus, the bull, and the symbol. It goes into what fire, the symbol, air, the symbol. You already know this stuff. I guarantee 99% of you guys out there already know this stuff. Saturn, the symbol for Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, okay? And then this gets into the see the Sephiroth over here, and I've actually made that. That's actually a very, very intricate working that I made. And then, so Kether to Malkuth, and what each one of the spheres or shells means. And then just a little bit more about the Jewish alphabet. That's it. That is it. Now let me get into what I want to show you guys about this. It talks about, okay, this is your test, guys. Ready? And it shows you the test 4 different times. So it's one test that you take 4 different times. Okay. So that's your test. Section 2. Hold on. So that was one test. And now this is your journal. They want you to write in your journal. And they want you to write in your journal. Here's your test. This is your test. Ready? Test 1. Notice how test 1 is exactly like test 2. There's no difference. The 4 elements self-test. 4 elements self-test. 4 elements self-test. Stick with me, guys. All right, 4 elements 4 times. The same test. You could just do this in a journal book 100 times if you want to. Then, here we go. Neophyte ritual self-test number 1. Notice how self-test number 1 is exactly like self-test. Here's number 2. Officer number 1. Officer number 1. Then it gets down here. Duties in detail. The duties intake. This is the same exact test, guys. And no other information in between telling you guys anything. And then self-test number, look, 3 and self-test number 4 are all the same test. It's the same test. Look, the officer number 1, duties. It's the same stupid ass test again. But it tells you that this is what you need to learn, the most basic nonsense. Buy our book, but so we can have your money, which took us nothing but, I don't know, an hour to type up the first page, the first 14 pages, and then copy and paste the rest of this book. And then here we go. Here we go, guys. Here is the Neophyte Journal. They want you to wake up the date. Stick with me. The day of the week. So Monday, or whatever day it is, time, location. And look at this book. Look at it. This book is the same exact book. The rest of the 150 pages are nothing but the same old crap. Copy and paste. That's it. That's exactly what this book is. These are people who are con artists. They're con artists. And they have, guess what? 10 other books just like this. So take this $15 book, $20 book times 10 plus shipping and handle and all those and your taxes, right? So you're going to pay $250, $300 on this bull crap when you can buy this book and they tell you, this book warns you that this book's just going to be too overwhelming. Yeah, if you initiate into a secret society, guys, you think that it's going to be easy? They better have so much information to unload on you that it changes your world, right? Look, instead of that, look, this book really goes into some real stuff. Real stuff. The Sephiroth, right? But, and then here, now this is some real Jewish Kabbalah type of stuff here. These lectures. But, yeah. Total con artists that hide behind the Golden Dawn system. No author's name, and it's just copy and paste the entire book. That's all it is. Nonsense. And then they have the audacity to sell 10 or 11 of these books.